Hey guys, it's Lala and you're watching Lala Tarot. Today we are going to take a look at some newer decks that I got into my collection. Originally I planned to come back and show you guys like some vampire decks, more of my spooky collection. But guys, I'm just not there. I'm not there. And I'm like forcing myself to be in this dark, spooky, gloomy mood. And don't get me wrong, some of my stuff is cute. It is, but the next set of videos and decks I want to show you guys is a lot more shadowy and darker decks. And I'm just not there right now. So we're going to take a little pause from all of that. And we're just going to get into some other decks that I have in my collection, okay? Now, these were decks that are super inexpensive, so I'm going to link everything below so you guys can see what they are and you can pick them up if you want. But yeah, I just thought I would jump right in, show you guys some inexpensive newer decks in my collection, super affordable and super cute. So let's start off with, okay, so I did have one little spooky Halloween one. This one is called the Spooky Cute Tarot. I got this one from Amazon actually, and it's on sale. It's going for $16.99. So this is super affordable to pick up, okay? If you guys need a spooky deck, need a little ghosty, but you aren't really in the place right now where you want to get those like really expensive indie decks, this is a good one right off Amazon. And so I do recommend it. They're not edged, but you can certainly edge these in orange or any color that you wish. I really do like those backs there. That's really cute. And let me just show you guys these. We'll check out a few and then I'll show you guys what I'm pairing it up with. So sometimes I just want to get new decks, but I don't want to like spend a ton on it, you know, because I have a nice size collection anyway, and I don't want to have too much. But sometimes I want a few new things, but I'm not trying to, you know, spend a fortune on it. So these are good ways to just give yourself a little gift, something new, something fun and sweet for you, but also within that budget and that price range, right? So I was looking at a few ghost decks off Etsy, and they were like 70, 75. And not to say I won't get them, because they're still in that bucket and that cart right there, but but they're going to sit in the cart just for a little while longer. And in the meantime, I'll be satisfied with this one. I do really like this. I think it's so cute and adorable. Yeah, look, all of the ghosties you need, little housies. It's so cute. All right, so that's the little spooky cute tarot that I got in recently. And I showed you guys this deck here when we looked at my indie Halloween video. So we looked at that collection and I showed you guys the Cute Ghost Haunting Insights by Midnight Oracle. This is a indie deck and it has all of the little ghosties on there. So I'm going to plan to pair these babies up with each other and just play a little bit. So yeah, I think I definitely do have a little bit of Halloween spirit. You know, I'm just not in the really dark place. I'm just not there right now to take those decks out. So we'll leave those there for now and do things that make me feel light and energized. So yeah, this is so cute, right? All right, guys, so that's the little spooky cute tarot and its little pal. I'm gonna call them pals. The Cute Ghost Haunting Insights Oracle. So let me know if that's something that you are interested in. I will leave the link below for you guys so you can check these out on Amazon. They're really fun and right in line for this time of year. My next affordable newer deck is called the Winter Still Tarot Cards, okay? This is one that I also got off of Amazon recently, and it's still in that same price range, $16.99 if you like that. I believe it was like anywhere from 13 to 16, something along those lines. But it's a really nice deck, and it has a guidebook. Okay, so it's gonna go into that. It's got a color guidebook for you, and it has a 2-piece box, and it also has holographic gilding on there. Okay, so a lot of bang for your buck. Okay, and so let me show you guys this, and then we'll talk about the little deck that I'm going to pair this one up with in just a moment. But yeah, this one is very beautiful. It's going to give you all of the winter vibes because winter's coming up next, so we got to get there too. And so that is what this one feels like for me. It feels like a winter deck. And that is what attracted me to this deck, because my winter collection is a little small. I'll be showing that one soon. Once we get into November, we'll go into my winter and Christmas decks and things like that. But this one is nice. It's kind of got that, I don't know if it's star child, starseed sort of vibe to it. I'm not sure if that's what I'm feeling, but I do like this one, and I think it's fun, full of like I said, just winter moments, right? Just winter moments. It does have an extra card. Actually, it has 2 extra cards in there. So yeah, this one is one I've been working with recently. It just came in, so it's fairly new to my collection. So it's called the Winter Steel Tarot Cards. So let me show you guys the Oracle deck that I've been pairing this up with, and that would be one of my indie decks. I'm using the Pearls of Wisdom Oracle. Okay, so this is the one I chose to pair it with, just because it also gives me that wintry vibe. So let's take a look. All right, so here are the facts, and let's put them side by side so you guys can kind of see how they feel next to each other. So the 2 of Wands of Icicles, Alchemy, the Queen of Cups with Resilience, the Ace of Pentacles. I really like all of that with the clouds and stuff. I feel like that goes together. Oh, I love the 6 of Cups. I think the 6 of Cups is such a cute card. With precious moments. Being present and in the moment strengthens bonds. Allow yourself to experience the divine connection between souls. I think that's perfect with the 6 of Cups. Yeah, very beautiful. So yeah, this is one that I'll be working with. I'm pretty sure I'll find a few other oracles to go here with the Winter Steel Tarot. But for now, this is the one that I've just picked out, and I just kind of want to feel them out a little bit more and see how they do and what kind of readings I get. So this one gets me ready for the winter, and I like that. So that again is the Winter Steel Tarot Cards. I'll drop the link below if you guys want to pick up this baby off Amazon. It is regularly like 20 bucks, but I think it's on sale for like $16.99. Very super affordable. And go ahead and check it out. All right, this next deck is kind of in line with the last one I showed. This one is by the same creator. There it is, in case you are interested in who made this. This one here reminds me of like a St. Patty's Day sort of deck, and I like that. I don't have any of those type of decks, so this is fun to work with just because it's green and it's etched beautifully, Comes like that green gilding, and it feels just like a lucky deck. It feels lucky when I hold this deck. So I don't know. But let me show you guys this one. It's called the Spring Sprout Tarot. Okay, in case you're wondering, I didn't even tell you what it was called. Spring Sprout Tarot. All right, so let's take a look. I do like this artwork. Now, I'm not familiar with this being any other deck. You know, to my knowledge, this is just some sort of original deck they come out with on Amazon. If this is by, you know, some sort of indie creator, I'm not aware of that. But please make me aware if that's just the case. But no, I've never seen these anywhere else, and I thought they were really cute. I'm not sure if this is like AI sort of art style. I do have a few decks I think that are AI in my collection, and yeah, I think that's kind of where we are with a lot of things, right? But for me, this doesn't bother me. So if this is something that you're interested in, you know, you can certainly pick this one up. It is around the same price range that I mentioned with the other decks, somewhere around $15 or $16. And just fun to play with, fun to work with. So let me show you guys what I'm pairing this one up with here. They're a little slippery too, so keep that in mind. This is one of those like more slippery sort of cardstock. I'll be pairing this one up with my Inner Child Oracle cards. This is also one you can get on Amazon, so I will link that below for you guys if you want to just find, like I said, some cute, inexpensive decks. That's what this video is all about today. Okay, cute, inexpensive decks, just for fun. So this is called the Inner Child cards, and this is what they look like. So here we have it. Let me show you how these look side by side. So we have inspiration and the Eight of Swords, maybe feeling blocked, feeling stuck, you know, trying to get inspired, right? Especially if you're like a writer. It says, seek inspiration and creativity. Let your imagination soar. We have the Queen of Cups and playfulness. The Ace of Wands and mindfulness. Be present in the moment. Awareness brings clarity. I like that. The Eight of Wands and grace. So yeah, I like how these look together. Oh, look at the Ace of Cups. It's so beautiful. And communication. Express yourself openly and honestly. Clear the air. And then you also have like these little keywords on here. It has a light and a shadow definition, if you guys can see that. So you get both of those. So these are really fun, especially for like beginners. I think this would be a really beginner friendly sort of pair to work with. Okay, so that is the Spring Sprout Tarot cards, and I paired this one up with the Inner Child Oracle cards. Of course, again, I will link all of these below, you guys. If you just give me a moment, I'll get those out for you. But yeah, if you're interested in this one, you can pick it up from Amazon. It's a really beautiful deck, beautiful cards, I think, with beautiful gilding. Yeah, that's the Spring Sprout Tarot cards. Okay, we're down to the last two, and this next deck I got from Llewellyn. They have a sale going on right now for 35% off. So if you see anything in this video that you like, make sure you take advantage of that sale. So this is the Tarot Lenormand. I believe I got this for $13, with the 35% off, discount. So this is a really beautiful deck by Los Scarabeo, and that is who it's by right there. And this is an oldie deck. I'm not sure exactly when it was published. Let's see if I can find that really quickly. Okay, so this was printed in January 2024. But I'm not sure if it came out in January 2024 or if they just like reprinted it, right? Like how long has this deck actually been out is what I would like to know. But anyway, this is a really nice deck. I do have quite a few with this sort of Old English sort of vibe, and I really love that. I love the backs. So pretty. So great. So let me show you guys these beautiful babies. Just cute to work with. There's something about these little Los Scarabeo decks that I love. I just, I can't get enough of them, even though I have quite a few of these tuck box decks, and I really love them, especially the older ones. It seems like they were so good back in the day. Like there's a few of them that are out of print that I wish I can get my hands on. So when I see them, and if I think they are like classic decks, I try to make sure I get them before they go out of print. So this is one that I find to be very nice because I like to use a lot of my cardamancy cards, and so I felt like these would go well with them, and I wanted to see how they, look together. That's nice. And the guidebook is actually pretty good. I did read out the guidebook as well. So let me show you guys what I'm pairing this up with. And actually there's a few others that I think will go great with this. So let me grab those and I'll be right back. Okay, so I had to grab a couple of decks that I wanted to pair with this one that just came to mind. I tend to keep a lot of my little small cardamancy cards in here. So I do have the boxes as well, but I like to keep them together. So the first one I wanted to check out is the Everyday Oracle, this little small one here. And I wanted to see how these look together because I really like that. And then I also wanted to check out the Parisian Sybil deck that I got last year because I just love this one. Anytime I can work with it, it's just great. So let's take a look at these together. I also really like, let me put these extra cards back. Okay. I also really like the backs too. So that looks good. Okay, so this is the Parisian Sybil Oracle. And then we have our tarot here, our tarot Lenormand. And then we have our Everyday Oracle. So let's just take a quick look. So we have the Inconstancy, the Nine of Pentacles, and then we have the Present. Now this is the guidebook, the little booklet, I guess I should say, because it's not much of a guidebook. It goes into detail about the cards, so you can use those to translate the meaning. So this would be diamonds, and it would be like the Three of Diamonds, which the guidebook says is a gift of precious stones. So this talks about a present, not necessarily an unselfish one. But there you have it, the Nine of Pentacles. But yeah, so I'm not going to read through all of them, but you get it. Important revelation, the Queen of Wands. And then you can use the guidebook again to find, this one is the Queen of Clubs. And that's a young girl, attraction towards a young woman. Okay, so I like how these look, and that's the point, right? We're not really doing a reading right now, but I just wanted to show you how they look together. If we were to pair them up, which is why I got them to go with this set here. So yeah, this is how I'm going to be using it. And so if you want a super affordable deck and just something new to gift yourself in the moment, right? All while staying within your tarot budget. I do recommend the Tarot Lenormand. I think it's a really beautiful tarot. And if you have a couple of these other decks, I think it goes beautifully with those. So, I mean, I'll leave it there. All right, you got a letter, reconciliation, and the Hangman. So somebody could be sending you a letter or a message wanting to reconcile with you. Okay, this could be someone where things have been quite stagnant for some time. Maybe you haven't spoken with them in a while. So expect some news or a letter or message from someone. So let me know what you guys think. I mean, I really do love this tarot. I think it's really beautiful. I'm excited about getting to know it and working with it and adding it, you know, into my little tarot workings. So that is the Tarot Lenormand, published by Los Scarabeo. Cute little box here by E. Fitzpatrick. The last deck of this video is an oldie but goodie, but it's new to me. The Magickal Spellcards by Lucy Cavendish. I would see these around and I like them, but I didn't really get into them, you know? And so I'm glad that I picked this up. I got this from Llewellyn. Again, that 35% off sale is going on now. So if you want to take advantage of that deal, this is one that I would recommend that you pick up. Magickal Spellcards by Blue Angel. I love Blue Angel cards. If you know me, you know that I love Blue Angel cards. I love the size and the cardstock. So this is one that I got during this most recent sale. And I love it. This one is going for, I think, somewhere around $13 with the discount. And I love that you can just plop in that keyword there. I can already see myself doing readings with this one. Have a lot of really wonderful decks that this one can go with. Yes, I'm really excited about it. Very simple, very straight to the point. And the guidebook is very nice. It's in detail, tells you more about the card. It goes through like a spell to help you if you want to do the guidebook work. If not, if you just want to read it intuitively, you totally can do that as well. So I really like this one here. Let me show you guys what I'm pairing this one up with. Okay, I'm going to be pairing this one up with actually a couple decks I combined together. And this is an indie. I got these off of Etsy. It's the Victorian Romance Oracle by Midnight Oracle, paired with the Sweet Love Tea Oracle cards, also by Midnight Oracle. I'll put the links below so you guys can check out her Etsy shop. I got these some time ago, so I'm not sure if she still has them or not, but I'll definitely link that below for you guys. So take a look at these two together and let me know what you guys think about them. So pretty. This one's a little different. It says stay vigilant, passion, and together. Having a strong bond, a relationship material devoted to each other with passion. And it says set clear boundaries to ensure your well-being, aware, healthy, and control. Okay. Yeah, I think these are going to work nicely together. Okay. guys think about this pairing. Anytime that I can use these Victorian style decks, I absolutely love to do so. Okay. Yeah, I can see myself definitely using these. So let's do like a mini spread to wrap up this video. I showed you guys pretty much everything that I bought recently and what I'm going to be using it with. So let's do like a mini little spread to wrap this video up today. And I guess we're going to just ask what's coming up for you in November. What is coming up for you in November? I'll also be back to do a full November reading as well, so we'll get into that. Let's go with this one. Authenticity, okay? Who I truly am is good indeed. I am authentic in thought, word, and deed. Okay, so authenticity. And let's pull a couple of these cards as our clarifiers. So I'll show you how I use this with it for November. What is coming up in November? Okay, you've got flirty and together. So, and at the bottom of the deck, you have dreamy. It says, too good to be true, constantly fantasizing, being under their spell. So there could be someone feeling like this about you, or maybe you're feeling like this about someone else. Someone's fantasizing about the other person, feeling like they're under a spell, feeling like you're too good to be true. But baby, you're just being your authentic self, right? You're not being anybody other than who you are. Or, you know, if this is on the reverse side, your person is being their true self. Someone who's flirty, charming, someone who likes to sweet talk. It says it could be a player, right? But no, I don't think this person is a player. I think this is how they are. This is just their personality. It's just their character. Maybe you'll meet somebody like that. But I kind of get that you guys already know this person, because it's talking about how in November there's going to be a strong bond. Okay, this is someone who is actually relationship material, and I can see you guys being devoted to each other. Okay, so in November you might start to get closer to someone, and maybe, you know, this person gave you pause at first because it's like you know, you're kind of flirty, you like to sweet talk, and you could probably be, you know, be a player. But no, they're not a player. They're their authentic self. They are who they are, and I think they're being real and being honest with you. And, you know, maybe they seem like they're too good to be true, or they're looking at you like this. But I definitely do feel as if in November you're going to get closer to someone, and I can see you guys being happy together. It talks about how this is going to be a blissful relationship. You guys are compatible with each other and feeling content. So that is really great to hear. If that resonates with your situation, baby, I love that for you. But I wanted to show you guys how I planned on using this combination and why I wanted to pick up the Magickal Spellcards. I think they're absolutely gorgeous, and I look forward to working with them more. It's such a beautiful, wonderful, wonderful deck. Let me know what you guys think below, and I'll leave that link if you want to pick up this one from Llewellyn during their 35% off sale. So that is it, guys. That is all that I have for you today. I do want to thank you so much for watching Lala Tarot and tuning in once again. Give me the like, share, comment, thumbs up, all those things. And make sure you consider subscribing to my channel. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.